All right, good evening. Today we'll be looking at the third video in my series reacting to Charlie Kirk videos, just the videos he has on his YouTube channel. And I'm just going oldest to newest.
Okay, so one thing I want to start off with is, why does your opinion trump over any other people's opinion?
Right, so do you believe that there is a truth out there?
Everything is subjective, but there is a right or wrong morally, especially when you're in a cultured society that is based off a set of standards and norms that we act on and we act as.
So everything is subjective. So is it objectively true you and I are having a conversation right now?
Yes.
So that's not subjective then. So not everything is subjective.
So why do you believe morals?
Right, so something is objective.
Yes, but why do you believe your subjective
I'm
opinion
gonna get
trumps
there.
over other people's
Right.
opinion?
Well, let me ask you another question. I'll tell you, I will answer.
Please don't interrupt me. You can.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Right, so something is objective.
Yes, but why do you?
Objectively true you and I are having a conversation right now.
Yes.
So that's not subjective then. So not everything is subjective.
So why do you believe morals?
Right, so something is objective.
Yes, but why do you believe your subjective
I'm
opinion
gonna get
trumps
there.
over other people's
Right.
opinion?
Well, let me ask you another question. I'll tell you, I will answer.
Please don't interrupt me. You can. Nope. Let me finish my sentence. I do not want to hear it. You think that your opinion is over other people's.
Let's just stop right there. Okay, so one, I don't know why this chick on her left, our right here, I don't know why this chick butts in. Like every video I've seen, it's a one-on-one, right? Clearly they're all crowded around. I don't know, all trying to get a word in edgewise. But yeah, I don't know why she's butting in too. Like, just complete and utter rudeness from the star here, the blonde chick. Like, holy, I mean, it's fine to say, hey, please don't interrupt me. I wasn't done with my thought, you know. But she was just so rude about it. But
Right.
I'll tell you, I will answer.
Please don't interrupt me. You can. Nope. Let me finish my sentence. I do not want to hear it.
And then I do not want to hear it. You're coming. She's come to here. Use my arrow. You can't see me. She's come to Charlie to talk. Well, I don't know what her intent is, but to have a debate or disagreement or argument, whatever, with him, and she's gonna tell him to his face, "I do not want to hear it." Why are you even there then? Just go away. So let's see what she has to say.
You think that your opinion is over other people's opinions. You think you were right subjectively.
Okay.
What is right or wrong?
Okay, is murder wrong?
Yes, of course.
Well, then abortion should
Not
be
in
illegal.
every case.
Answer to question.
What constitutes a human? What is a human?
Deoxyribonucleic acid and the
All right, another nitpick here. And then this chick on her right, our left, comes in with a little finger wag, where this is something these people do. They'll do bodily movements and stuff to put like a hand or a leg forward towards you in an intentionally provocative way that that gets into your personal space in an effort to provoke you into I don't know, into maybe physical violence or something like that. They do this stuff in an effort to provoke you, and it's just is super off-putting in every way, shape, or form, and it's also an invasion of your personal space. I hate people who do that. I hate this girl for doing that. I mean, she could be a nice girl, but like just this action, absolutely hate it. Hate it.
answer to question.
What constitutes a human? What is a human?
Deoxyribonucleic acid and conception.
But to me, a
forming
human
it.
would be someone with a consciousnly who is alive in
Yeah,
this world.
well,
To
guess
you,
what? You're wrong.
But
So
but
that's
no,
fine.
you're wrong, because I think that's right and you think that's
Prove
right.
me. Prove it wrong.
What constitutes a human being? What is the
So
definition
if
of
you
a
take
human being?
DNA and
Oh my god. This girl again. She even interrupted the girl talking this time.
What constitutes a human being? What is the
so if
definition
you
of a
take
human
DNA
being?
and
The creation of DNA that will never exist again, and a soul goes into that moment. I don't expect you guys.
What's a soul?
A soul?
What's a soul?
The. No, maybe not. What is a soul?
What is a soul?
The eternal, indistinguishable, let's just say, non-visible being of your existence.
I don't believe that. I don't
Well,
believe anything
I'm
is
sorry,
eternal.
I'm
it does not make yours okay.
Yeah, your
Hold on a
opinion
second.
isn't
At
like
some
Go back a little more.
non-visible being of your existence.
I don't believe that. I don't believe anything is
I'm
eternal.
sorry you don't believe it.
That does not make yours okay.
Yeah, your
Hold on a second.
opinion isn't like
Here's the
over
thing.
mine.
At some point, somebody's truth has to win. Because guess what? Your truth doesn't matter. That's
Guess
still
what?
a truth
You've had
claim.
your truth in this country.
I don't know if I agree with Charlie on that. At some point, someone's truth has to win. I mean, you can hold to your beliefs. They can hold to their beliefs, and maybe in the realm of like lawmaking, maybe for a certain period of time, his truth or their truth will win out, reflected in the law. But as we've seen recently with the reversal of Roe v. Wade, things can change, especially from a legal standpoint. So I don't think it's necessarily true that someone's truth has to win, especially in highly opinionative matters such as abortion. It's just just a reflection of the time and who's in power at that time. And what was the second part of this?
Has to win. Because guess what? Your truth doesn't matter. That's
And then when he says here, your truth doesn't matter, I don't know if he'll expand on this and say, if I was him, I'd say your truth doesn't matter to me because this is what I believe and that's what this is why I believe it, and for those reasons I'm going to stick firm to it. So what your belief is doesn't matter to me. That's kind of where I'd hope he goes with it. That's kind of my feeling on it.
At some point, somebody's truth has to win. Because guess what? Your truth doesn't matter. That's
Guess
still
what?
a truth
You've
claim.
had your truth in this country for the past thousands of decades.
Thousands of decades.
Not thousands. Whatever. That's a little embarrassing. But
Is this a woman moment?
Your truth has been.
Is she going to try to play women have been victims for all of eternity kind of thing? Let's see.
Whatever. That's a little embarrassing. But like your truth has been the narrative of this country forever.
Has it?
You think
Roe
yes,
versus
the
Wade
white
just
straight
got
male
repealed.
truth,
Abortion was legal in this country for 40 years.
And before the 40 years, what was
and
it?
crime dropped
Thankfully illegal in
40%
most
after it
And
went.
on top of that, do you
Oh
not
wait,
think-
hold on. Do you think abortion lowers crime rates?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
Why is that?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal. Or going to 19, 24893. I mean, yeah, that seems like a pretty big decrease. 24893 from 41. Yeah, that's a pretty big decrease. But I wonder how she's tying that to passing Roe v. Wade. I don't know. Let's see what Charlie says. But she is right. Crime has generally gone down since that time. But, I mean, to relate that to just passing Roe v. Wade, I don't know about that.
Oh wait, hold on. Do you think abortion?
40 years, what was
And
it?
crime dropped
Thankfully
40%
illegal in most
after it
And
went.
on top of that, do you
Became-
Oh
not
wait,
think-
hold on. Do you think abortion lowers crime rates?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
Why is that the case?
It's called a statistic.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Woman.
Black people. Is that
Black
so? Are you
women.
trying to say the termination of blacks in the womb lower crime? That
All right. See, I think that this is great from Charlie here. First off, like just obviously just a dumb kid. He asked a legitimate question. What did he ask?
crime rate?
exactly?
Crime dropped 40% after abortion became legal.
why is that the case?
It's called a statistic.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Woman.
Black people.
Oh my God. Oh, God bless Charlie. God bless you, Charlie. To sit there and continue to engage with this girl, this young woman, in such a calm and respectful manner, like he's doing. He's not like when I hear some of her reactions, I'm like, are you actually this dumb? Are you actually this stupid? You really think he meant women? Holy crap. God bless you, Charlie.
It's called a statistic.
Who has the most abortions in America?
Woman.
Black people. Is that
Black
so? Are you
women.
trying to say the termination of blacks in the womb lower crime? That's a very racist argument.
That is not a
Okay.
You know blacks have 45% of the
I would suggest choosing African American.
blacks. What?
That's crazy.
Sir, that's a leading question. Sir, that's a leading question.
You guys can come up and talk if you want. Yeah, it's 95 degrees out here, man. So, yes, sir.
That's a
No, you're the racist. You're the says that abortion lowers crime rates and blacks have the most abortions in the country. Yes.
Charlie did a real good job flipping that around on her. And she doesn't even know how to respond to it because I mean, she could respond to the basic questions he was asking her before. So, like, that actually just probably blew her mind. She has no clue where to go from there. So, I think he's doing the right thing too, just to try to engage someone else besides her, because this girl is obviously just not very intelligent.
Not name calling. Wait, is it not Black Lives Matter or is it African American Lives Matter? It's both. Oh, really? Okay, I thought it was BLM, so I say blacks. Okay.
He was just okay. Not too much, Andrew. Do you believe that you have some sort of privilege that skews your view on other people's lives? Because personally, I don't believe you.
I mean, he said no there. Her question: do you believe you have some kind of privilege that skews your views? I mean, obviously, everybody has some kind of privilege. Even the most unfortunate among us have some, especially in the United States, have some kind of privilege when you compare them to people, I don't know, in other places across the world. We all have some kind of privilege over some other person in some other way, with maybe a very, very, very tiny exception of people, a very minute, tiny exception of people. So, I mean, obviously, he said no there. I disagree with him. It's not a big deal.
That skews your view on other people's lives, because personally, I don't believe you could step in my shoes as a black woman and relate and understand the things. So I feel like it's not fair for you to choose what I get to do with my life because I'm a black woman in a white society.
What does being black have to do with?
Okay, so let's contextualize this a little bit. So here we go again, black woman in a white society, and this is after Barack Obama was president for 8 years. So after Kamala Harris was vice president for, what was she vice president all 8 years? I don't know, 4 or 8 years. So just completely absurd. No matter what color your skin is, you can go do anything you want to do. One of the most successful demographics in the United States is Nigerian people, black Nigerian people. And there's a good reason for that, because they work hard to be successful. They don't live their entire life with, I'm not going to get it. Yeah, well, they don't go through their entire life looking for people to blame, trying to play the victim, saying, "Oh, I can't be successful because the white man's holding me down." No white man's holding you down. Shut the fuck up. Go work hard. Go work smart. The most important thing, work smart. Put your money to work for you, and just go be successful. You want to be successful. Go be successful. The only one stopping you is you.
True.
Because there are different things that we experience,
Like what?
and my truth might not be your truth.
What, you get into college easier than I do?
What?
Affirmative action.
Yep.
Yes, you get jobs and internships that white kids don't get.
Oh,
Yep.
poor,
You have,
poor white people.
you have entire movements dedicated to your race.
Yep.
So, like,
Okay.
Sir, do you remember the
You're right. Okay, good. So she understands. Exactly. There's no white-only scholarships. There's no white support groups out there. If you had a white support group out there, it'd be called racist immediately and shut down immediately. It's not a thing. So, I mean, this notion, I mean, look, I don't have a problem with it. Go ahead and have, like, I don't know, black support groups or whatever. But to an extent, I do believe that perpetuates and continues this idea of black victimhood in a society where you can just go out and be successful. You can be successful if you just put your mind to it. You work hard. Yes, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and really you face all the same challenges that people like me do. Straight white man in America, you face all the same challenges as me when it comes to the housing market, all these AI bots screening job applications. We all face the same challenges. It's not specific to you, okay? And I'll tell you one thing, too. I've gone 10, 15 years of my life with people blaming me for all their problems, saying vile shit to me, simply because I'm a white male, okay? So I won't call that reverse racism, because that's not what they're doing, but they're villainizing me simply for the color of my skin, for my sex, my gender, when I haven't done shit to anybody my entire fucking life. I'm not the reason you're fucking struggling. Not at all. So this whole black victimhood mentality, it's just a fucking joke to me, especially after we have Barack Obama for 8 years. We got fucking Kamala Harris out there for 8 years as vice president. It's a fucking joke. It's all a fucking joke.
Start to get right.
Race?
We're so like, okay.
Sir, do you remember the
Those
novel?
movements are to get right. You're crazy. Okay,
So,
salt.
do you not believe in racism?
Of course racism exists. The Democrat Party is still alive and well.
Do you think people are racist against white people?
All the time. All the time.
That's his definition
Affirmative
of
action is racism against white people.
100%.
And Asians as well.
And Asians, that's
Yeah.
right.
So I do have a question in that sense.
A good point brought up by, I don't know, whatever gentleman brought that up from the side. Affirmative action is not only racism, systemic discrimination against white people. It's not only racist against white people, also against Asian people. Asian people are overlooked just as much as white people because these victim mentality people in the United States of America, they clump Asian people in with Caucasian people, your standard white person, right? They clump them in with us because of the appearance of their skin. They say, oh, white, and they just clump us in together. It's racist as fuck.
Against white people, yes.
And Asians as well.
And Asians, that's
This
right.
is
So
gentleman right here.
I do have a question in that sense. If affirmative action is racism, why are most colleges predominantly white?
Why are they most predominantly white?
Why are most
Are they?
colleges, public colleges, are predominantly
Yeah,
white?
we're
I'm talking to you.
a majority white country. You realize that, right? So,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah, good point.
Why? I'm talking to you.
we're a majority white country. You realize that, right? So colleges.
And then I think I'd go further than that. We're a majority white country. What's the black population? Like, I think it was like 12.7% at some point when I checked that. That might have been like closer to a decade ago. So by a long shot, there's way more white people just by numbers than black people in the country. I don't know if white people are the majority anymore or if Hispanics are catching up. I think Hispanics are catching up quite a bit. But beyond that, you also have black college-aged students self-segregating themselves in historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, right? So obviously, if you have HBCUs where it's not all black people because they can't specifically say, hey, other people can't come here, so they do get some other people, but it's like 99% black students. They're not going to other institutions, so that further tips the scales at other universities because you don't have those students going to those universities, those colleges, right?
Are the depiction of the nation.
Okay.
And actually, so colleges are the depiction of the nation.
Okay.
And actually, blacks on campus are disproportionate more than their population in certain areas, in certain campuses,
areas, yeah.
than their population.
Certain campuses,
Because of
yeah.
affirmative action.
In HBCUs? Is that what you're
Certain
talking about?
campuses.
Are you talking about HBCUs?
So, but let me just ask a more broad philosophical question. Why does skin color matter at all? Why should we care about it?
Because of the society we live in.
Wait, hold
Because
on.
of the
But
society
no.
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone of
Let me
color
ask
by
you a
saying
question.
that.
What can you do?
Wait, what did she say?
Anything that has
Should we care about it?
Because of the society we live in.
Wait, hold
Because
on.
of the
But
society
no.
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone
someone of color
Let me ask
by
you
of color
a question.
saying that.
by saying that. You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone of color by saying that. But by asking why does skin color matter in a free market capitalist society? Huh? Let's just see what he says. I don't have the bandwidth to respond to pretty much anything this blonde chick says. She is lost.
What can you do, or what can I do that you can't do? What law?
Explain how
Affirmative action is lowering of tests, standards, and quota for a
Wrong.
quota.
You're an idiot.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you
It's
how
the
it
way
works.
it works.
I'm gonna tell you how it works.
Yeah, it's the way it works. I'm not going to entertain fallacies.
No,
Tell me,
you won't
why?
entertain me because I
Just let him
Why?
talk. We gotta see your fallacy.
It's fine.
Why does skin color matter?
let him talk. Well, don't
I
call him an idiot.
believe skin
Be
color
respectful.
matters
He's being
because of the
respectful to you.
society
He's not
we
being
are
respectful.
in.
Do you know how
And
this
I guess
shit
it
works?
goes
It's called
into critical
rights.
race theory.
Oh my god. I was actually thinking I was gonna say, hey, this guy just served up a pretty polite "you're an idiot," even though calling someone an idiot is not polite because his tone was so respectful. And I don't blame Charlie for cutting him off and getting back to the point because they're building off a question that was already asked. He's just kind of butting in with something that's It's not irrelevant, but it's not to the direct
Just let
point.
him
Why?
talk. We got to hear your valid.
Why?
In fact, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I forget what the main point was.
We live in.
Wait, hold on.
Because of the
But
society.
no.
You're dismissing anything that has ever happened to someone of color
Let me ask
by
you a
saying
question.
that.
What can you do, or what can I do that you can't do?
Explain
What
how
law?
affirmative action works. Explain how
Affirmative action is lowering of test standards and quota for a
Wrong.
quota.
You're an idiot.
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna tell you
It's
how
the way
it
it works.
I'm gonna tell you how it works. 'cause
Let him
I-
talk.
It's the way it works.
Just
I'm
let him
not going to
talk.
entertain fallacies.
No,
Tell me,
you won't
why?
entertain me because I.
Just let him
Why?
talk. We got to hear your valid.
It's fine.
Why does skin color matter?
Let him talk. Well, don't
I
call him an idiot.
believe skin
Be
color
respectful.
matters
He's being
because of the
respectful.
society
He's not
we
being
are
respectful.
in.
Do you know how
And
this
I
shit
guess it
works?
goes
It's
into
called
critical
rights.
race theory.
Removing
Yes,
rights
it is.
is
Because of the
disrespectful.
society we have
I'll
lived
do it too.
in, race is a factor. If from the beginning of time race wasn't a factor, and there was never anybody who was oppressed because of their race, I feel like it would not play a part in anything that we do. But because literally less
Oh, it's just Charlie.
They were interrupting you. I was.
Do you believe on black crime?
Hey, did I just hear
Do I believe in
So
black?
this poor girl, aside from her trying to butt in at the very beginning, she's been very respectful. I think the way she's engaged with the conversation, with our argument, has been pretty good actually. And this poor girl now, everything she just said completely drowned out. All because this idiot here, the guy who called Charlie an idiot, got offended that Charlie didn't want to entertain what he said because he called Charlie an idiot. And then I guess someone in the crowd called him out on it, and then he's keeping his voice raised, turns and calls that guy an idiot, and it just spiraled out of control, and now other people are just getting loud and rowdy, and everything this poor girl just said got completely drowned out. I know me watching it, I didn't process anything she said because I was just waiting for him to shut up. This poor girl, everything, this guy right here just completely suppressed the voice of this girl right here. That's what just happened.
On black crime?
Yeah.
It's abundant.
Do you believe on black crime?
They were interrupting you. I was.
Do you believe on black crime?
Hey, did I just hear
Do I believe in black on black crime?
Yeah.
It's abundant.
Explain, please.
Yeah, it's the number one cause of death in many black communities. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
he is right.
Okay. Now,
So do you? So
I mean, yeah. Well, what kind of question is that? What did she say? Do you believe in black on black crime? Like, huh?
on black crime?
they were interrupting you. I was.
Do you believe on black crime?
Do you believe in black on black crime? I mean, no shit. I mean, hell, this idiot just, by second order effects, just completely suppressed her voice. I mean, that's not a crime, but like, no shit. He's coming up here being disrespectful, calling people idiots and stuff. But yeah, like, what kind of fucking question is that? Do you believe in black on black crime? Like, as if no black person has ever committed a crime against another black person. Like, what kind of fucking question is that?
Do I believe in black on black crime?
Yeah.
It's abundant.
Explain, please.
Yeah, it's the number one cause of death in many black communities. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
he is right.
Okay. Now,
So do you? So back to our previous argument that was interrupted. So in the sense of what, like I was saying, you don't believe like because of the history and because races have been oppressed. You don't believe like race plays a part in things, and you don't believe like.
no, that's not true. No. So, do you know who Thomas Sowell is? You know who Thomas Sowell is?
No.
I really encourage you to look. Thomas Sowell's great. He's one of the best black economists of the 20th century. Grew up in Harlem, and he's done the best research in the 1940s, 1950s, and 60s black community. And essentially, his argument is that black America was experiencing a renaissance in the 50s and 60s, despite discrimination. Yes. Now, the one part that I would agree with,
But however, it's not the black community as a whole. It's Harlem black community.
there's Chicago too, but let's pretend you're right, okay? The one argument that I would agree with, and I'm against systemic racism arguments, the one that I would say, you know what, there was something very wrong is when Democrat Lyndon Baines Johnson came in and destroyed the black nuclear family. If there was one part where I could say, you know what, that was unjust and that has to be undone, it's when Lyndon Baines Johnson went in to the Great Society program with the intent to destroy the black nuclear family.
Okay. So in that sense, do you believe the war on drugs also played a part? Or
Not
do you not
really.
believe in
No.
the war on drugs?
Well, look, I mean, I believe we should be very harsh on drugs, but I think I would give some merit to the argument of some government agencies peddling cocaine in the inner cities. There is evidence to show that. I'm not going to debate it. Do I think it has the, so for example, like there's one number that I'm fascinated with, right? Single motherhood in the black community was about 28% in 1945. Okay? Now it's around 65 to 70%. Why? Are we more, right? Single motherhood in the black community was about 28% in 1945. Okay? Now it's around 65 to 70%. Why?
That's crazy.
Are we more racist than we were in 1945?
No.
Okay. So then what happened?
Militarization.
The war on drugs.
Okay,
the
fair
war
enough.
on drugs. Demolishing the nuclear family in a sense.
Right,
And
we
I
agree.
believe due to the history that's happened, racism is still very prevalent in a lot of the a lot of the systems that
Yeah.
are in America, correct?
Yeah. So no, of course not. But I was actually caught by your shirt. You know, Malcolm X was super pro-life.
Yes.
I think Malcolm X could teach a lot of the black movement something, because it more so than Martin Luther King, because Malcolm X, I'm getting there. Malcolm X, some people don't describe him correctly as being violent, right? That was a very small part of his literature. He was very big on trying to get Black America to succeed despite the white liberal.
Yes.
And
Not the white liberal.
He did say white liberal. Oh, you go look up the Malcolm X white liberal quote. And so I think that's interesting. Just think about it. Go look up Malcolm X warned against white liberals owning Black America for their own gain, which is exactly what BLM is.
Okay, so back to my initial point. Back to my initial point. You don't believe that my truth can be different than yours, specifically based on race.
Experiences can be different, but there is always a truth. I'll give you an example. We all might have 5 different opinions of a car crash, right? But eventually a truth will be revealed of what really happened. Does that make sense?
So you believe that your truth is the truth that you have found yourself is the ultimate truth.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Super.
And I'm willing to learn.
This is so she was trying to get to this like, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes into the video. I'm glad she actually got to speak directly to him without like all these people just butting in. And thank God this girl started raising her hand. This guy seems to still be arguing with people. He's pointing at someone, I don't know. But yeah, of course, if you have a belief, if you believe in something, I mean, it's not a belief if you don't believe in it, you know. So of course, if you have a truth, something you believe in, you're gonna believe in it, unless you know you're presented with some kind of something that challenges it, that challenges that truth, and it does so successfully, and you can accept that, you can and do accept that, and you change your truth. Right?
And make America great again.
Otherwise,
And then the guy.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Super.
And I'm willing to learn.
And then make America great again.
Otherwise,
He walked
I mean,
up, was like, oh,
and I'm actually, I think Malcolm X could teach us a lot right now. Yes.
What do you think about like the 1960s and 70s militarization of the police, the shift in the police?
Yeah, I mean, I'm generally very pro-police. What about the military? I mean,
What?
the question is what came first, and I honestly don't know the answer. Was it the rise in crime, or was it the increase? Was it the
Well,
police that went into the inner?
If you knew what you were talking about, you would know the answer.
Yes, that's the increase. Was it the
Well,
police that went into the inner?
If you knew what you were talking about, you would know the answer.
Yeah, it's not so clear. Because there was a massive crime wave in the early 1970s in New York, where a lot of New Yorkers demanded more police with heavier weaponry and the ability to enforce the law.
And post-militarization of the police, crime went up.
And then it went down in the 80s.
Correlate that
Violent crime
idea.
went big time,
Well,
down big
let's talk
time.
about the 10 years that right after. What happened there? What do you think happened?
So you're drawing a correlation between police officers being militarized and more people committing crimes.
Over militarization of the police, yes. Is
Why?
Not exactly more people committing crimes, more people being arrested for crimes
Okay.
and put into jail over minor
Yeah, I mean,
crimes.
I can't disagree with that.
The prison system, I mean, we account for.
Yeah, I mean,
for
why do people go to prison, right? Because they commit crimes. So.
I've been using BetterHelp since 2020 when I
Okay. Actually, to that girl's credit, she actually made a good point at the end there, I will say. So obviously, if you're arresting more people, crime rate's going to go up, right? Duh. It's going to reflect in the statistics. Hey, it looks like more people are doing crime because we're arresting and incriminating more people, right? Sentencing more people. I mean, that makes sense. That's fair. All right, my main takeaway from that video is God bless Charlie Kirk. He truly had so much patience and respect for people who clearly had no patience or respect for him at all, and just the ability for him to just sit there and stay so composed and respectful in the face of just like that blonde girl, except at that one point at the very end. Like, my God, you holy, like I'm actually just, I don't want to say any more on her, because Charlie wouldn't. He treated her with respect, do his best to answer her, respectfully and genuinely. And that's something maybe I need to try to emulate a little more, because I mean, you saw, I might cut one or two things out, but I'll keep most of them in. So you saw how I reacted to a lot of the things she said. It's like, what are you doing? You can't possibly be. Yeah, I'll throw one in at the end here too. You can't possibly be this dumb. Like, have you actually put zero thought into these things? But it's just insane. God bless Charlie Kirk. He was truly a beacon for all of us, and just the way he went about engaging with people across the country. You can see how he handled this. You can see the appeal. You can see why he appealed to so many people. Just respectful and genuine to a fault, maybe. Just completely admirable. Anyways, that wraps up this video. This is going to be the third one. I don't know if I'll do a fourth one a day. I was trying to do 2 videos a day, but I mean, I've had a lot to say about the first couple, so it's just a little more than I was anticipating. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do a fourth one, maybe not. Anyways, thanks. Like, subscribe if you want, all that, YouTube stuff. Peace.